All right, guys, two things real quick. Number one, welcome to episode 4 of Visionary Outdoors TV. As you guys saw in the title, I was lucky enough to harvest a double-bearded bird this morning, and a pretty big one at that. But secondly, and more importantly, this hunt is super confusing. So it really helps to watch the whole video to understand how everything unravels. So if you want to get the best feel for this, watch the whole thing. It's super exciting. Took some crazy turns. But it was a great morning in the woods. So I'm excited to share it with you guys, and I hope you enjoy.
All right, guys. It is Wednesday night, so second Wednesday of the season. I think it's exactly a week from the first bird that I shot this year. But good news is I just got home last night from school. So yesterday, packed up all my stuff, hit the Interstate East, and made it home in time to go looking for birds last night, which I didn't end up finding any. But hunted this morning, had a good hunt. So switched it up a little bit, came to a different property that I've hunted for years tonight, and we're in the money that I've been watching. I have a pretty good idea where they're going to be in the morning. So I'm going to sit here, finish watching them, and we're going to get right after in the morning. So tomorrow's Thursday, and then Friday and Saturday I'm taking, Carson's coming with me. We're going to try to get him a long beard. So super pumped for that. But yeah, it's good to be home, honestly. Being home with my family, getting that family time, as well as being home with my boys and getting to do some turkey hunting. So my season's going to get extremely limited here after these 4 or 5 days. I start my new job, so not going to be a whole lot of time for turkey hunting. But until then, it's game on, and I'm super pumped. So I'll see you guys in the morning. All right, guys, just a little side note, I got a better look at that bird, and he is a freaking stud. He's a big bird. He's very dominant. I've been watching him for an hour. His demeanor is very dominant, and he's a big bird. I think he has 2 beards, actually, so we'll be in early and tight tomorrow morning. Totally nothing. I didn't even come close to expecting that. All right, guys. Just for reference, this is where I was set up at. So decoys are down here, but I was just tucked up underneath this bush. Wasn't ideal at all. There's a ton of jaggers up under there. It's right on the field. It just wasn't perfect, but it was good enough. I was just nestled right back in there, kind of laying on my back almost. But that was the setup. I say this every time I hunt, but it doesn't get better. Sun rises, 6 o'clock in the morning, birds still gobbling, fog rolling in.
All right, guys, it is 6:30, 6:40 now. Took some time to myself just to cherish this moment, and I call his roommate and best friend. Dalton shot a bird this morning too, so congrats to Dalton. So we were on FaceTime together. It's awesome to share those memories. So yeah, like I said, you guys saw my setup. I had my decoys at probably 15, 17 yards. Got in here super early, set them up. I was about 80 to 100 yards from those birds that I roosted last night. And of course they didn't gobble on the limb. I honestly kind of figured they wouldn't. Just because they were so henned up. So it didn't surprise me when they didn't gobble on the limb. Terminal game calls, Trojan hen. One of my favorite calls for early morning talking. So let out a few yelps with it, and I'm sitting there and the birds didn't respond. But I was fine with that. I knew it was going to be a long fight with these birds. And all of a sudden I look down through the field about 120 yards, and here comes a coyote up over the hill. I was like, man, this is really how today's going to go. Coyote ended up circling up behind me. I think it was checking my wind before it came in and attacked the decoys. And literally 3 minutes later, redhead pops up over the crest of the hill, same spot the coyote came. And of course that catches you off guard. I've never seen a longbeard follow a coyote in. But lo and behold, it did. I had my Jake over hen decoy set up that killed my last bird. And when he broke the crest of the hill and saw those decoys, it was game over. He was on a beeline, came right in, and the old Mossberg with the TSS did it again. He didn't stand a chance at 15 yards. So just so incredibly grateful for this hunt and this season as a whole. Learned so much as a turkey hunter. Learned a little bit about myself too, which is always good. So super grateful for these experiences and what God provides for me. Yeah, it's a freaking awesome morning, man. I'm out of the woods by 7 o'clock. I'm gonna be home taking care of this and doing whatever I want the rest of the day. And then tonight it's right back to it. Carson's I'm gonna take Carson out tomorrow, Friday, and Saturday. So we got some more work to do before my season's finished up. So looking forward to taking him out and getting him a bird. But for right now, I'm gonna celebrate this one just a little bit. So just remember, guys, the best way you can support us doing what we love is to hit that like, follow, and share button.
You can't make this stuff up. I just finished that video. I was gonna do an outro, and a bird gobbled at 30 yards. Doesn't matter now, I don't have a tag. But crazy stuff.
All right, guys. I just got home. Had a buddy come over and enjoyed the moment a little bit. And as I got looking, as the bird dried out, it was super wet this morning. As the bird dried out, I noticed the beard starting to separate. And I looked, and lo and behold, that was the bird from last night, the double beard that I saw. So I don't know how I didn't notice it. I think the beard was just that wet and stuck together. But there's definitely two 10.5-inch beards hanging on that bird's chest. The gap looks to be calloused. So pretty crazy. I'm assuming that bird had to have pitched down pretty far, 200 yards maybe, and I didn't see it, and it looped around and started coming back. So that's why I thought it crossed the road. But evidently he just did a big circle on me all before 6 o'clock, and I never even noticed it.